So this past Thursday, one of my patients asked me, how is it that I seem to have what she called all these magical things happening in my life? At some point during that session, I was led to share with her something I started doing a few years ago when I would get home at the end of the day. I would get off of my elevator and purposely close my eyes to see if I could make it to my door without relying on my sense of sight. Okay, she looked at me kind of confused, wanted to know where I was going with that. So I explained to her how doing this would force me not only to be present, so I wouldn't be bumping into walls, but it would force me to tune into my other senses. The more we tune into our senses, the more present we become. The more present we become, the more we align ourselves with the gifts that God has for us. So me purposely trying to navigate my way home with my eyes closed was a practical technique I came up with to strengthen my senses, including my intuitive sense. I would have to pay attention to the shadows in the hallway from the lighting above to gauge if I was centered. I would pay attention to the air in the hallway, and what I would notice, there would be a change and it would become hollow on this side. I knew the wall was no longer there and it was time for me to turn. Whenever I would be tempted to open my eyes out of fear of bumping into a wall or some of my neighbors coming out seeing me do this, I would remind myself that this was an exercise in trust. This was an exercise to strengthen my intuition. And I shared this with my client that admittedly I would feel like a weirdo when I first started doing this, but about a year ago, I saw a podcast where Tabitha Brown shared how she would do basically the same thing. So I knew I was in good company. This was a random conversation I had on a Thursday afternoon in my office with a patient. So this morning, 2 days later, I open IG and I see there's a new comment on the viral video I posted earlier this week where I asked God to show me how good life can get. Who do you think the comment is from? Tabitha Brown, y'all. Tabitha Brown. I can't make this stuff up if I try. Life continues to reveal to me that being present and aligned are powerful tools to manifestation. When we stop trying to control everything around us and we start trusting in the simplicity of just being, God will start leaving undeniable receipts, little winks, little whispers, amazing synchronicities, and sometimes a whole Tabitha Brown in your comment section just to let you know, yep, you're on the right path. Just keep trusting, keep being, because the proof is always showing up.